Welcome back to Wrenches in Motion, where if it ain't broke, I ain't buying it. And today, well, we brought home another broke one. Let's take a look at this pile, shall we? Alright, what we see is a 2006 Honda Element. I had an 03 that I really hated. So here we go. What else do you do? Go ahead and buy another one. So let's take a closer look at it here. Front tires are good. She did have an inspection done. Says needs front brakes. So we got front brakes. The little rain guards are all broke, coming apart. So we'll probably just rip them off one of these days. There's a plastic piece up here that's broke. We're gonna have to fix that. See if we can get some acetone, maybe. See if we can get this off of here. I don't know if that's like a tree sap stain. A little dent I'm not concerned about. Oh, wait till you see the inside. I bought 2 CRVs from this lady before, and it is a dog transport vehicle, or animal, I guess. Yeah, mainly dogs. Got a little dent here, not too concerned about that. I may try to reach in from inside and pop that out. But yeah, it looks okay on this side. Both rear tires need to be replaced. So I'll probably just have all 4 done just because. And then this front is kind of a mess. That bumper has got a... So we're gonna need a new front bumper, I think. Yeah. All right. So this is the latest pile. One of the biggest things about this is, well, let's just take a look. All right. So for starters, like I said, it was a dog transport vehicle. So that seat's shot. That one's shot. That one's chewed up. That one's missing. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, I pulled the cluster out because the odometer was blank, and that's caused by light bulbs. So I've got light bulbs on order. You can see all the fur in here. The cluster itself that I took out, disgusting. I got that cleaned up. The whole inside, you can see there's fur everywhere in here. So this is going to be another one of them. Strip the whole interior out, clean it, ozone it, and maybe it'll come back to smelling halfway decent. I don't know. And then in the back, not only is the seat over there missing, these are the seat belts. Yep, they've been all chewed. I wouldn't trust them in a crash at all. So I have to replace the seat belts on both sides because they're both trashed. And let's see here. I know this drops down. Ouch! Come on. Oh! Really? I wanted to see what was under here. I think it's a spare. But, oh, there we go. Yeah, whew, there's a spare with all the fur. Ugh. My gosh, it is everywhere in here. Just like the CRVs. So we'll be cleaning all that out. It is an EX model. Does have the sunroof. Does have the subwoofer. The radio. I got the code for the radio, and the volume control's spastic. So probably going to swap the radio out for something a little more decent, or at least something that's functional. And like Griswold said, if you hate it now, wait until you drive it. Oh my gosh, what a pile. I believe it needs all 4 struts. It goes down the road terrible. She said it might be in a limp mode. I was trying to drive, and when you try to accelerate, it like bucks and doesn't want to go. I only had it up to 35, I think. And then she drove it the rest of the way here, and I think she got it up to about 50. But yeah. So I'm hoping it's just the engine and stuff. It does have a check engine light on. Alright, first look at the inside. I just pulled this cover off because I need to pull the cluster out. Because you cannot read the mileage. So I got a burnt out bulb in there somewhere. And just take a look at the fur. Oh my gosh, this is pretty disgusting. I did shine a flashlight, and I believe it has 333,000 miles. The radio code, or the radio's calling for a code which is not written down. So I'm going to pop this cover off. I'll get the serial number of the radio, and with the VIN I'll be able to go to a Honda website and get the code for the radio, so we'll be able to at least turn that on. This cover, I'm just going to bring this whole cover in and clean it. Yeah, this thing's disgusting. Okay, here we go. Standard 2.4 liter Honda. Except if you look real close, you can see oil everywhere. Supposedly, there was an oil leak somewhere that killed the alternator, so they put a new alternator in it. They took it to the dealer to get a quote, and timing cover needs done, valve cover needs done, oil pan needs done, VTEC spool gasket needs done, VTEC solenoid itself needs to be replaced. So all this is going on, and really I think the only way to do this is to pull the engine out, clean it, reseal it, put it all back together, and put it back in. I think that's what we're going to end up doing with this. So, redeeming qualities, it does run. I mean, it runs super smooth. It's a one-owner car, so I am the second owner. Not that that really matters at all at this point. And then, yeah, it's mine now, and it was cheap. So, you know, if I got to spend $2 grand putting this thing back together, I think it's still going to be worth it. Okay, so here's the back of our cluster. Those 2 bulbs are good. All the rest of these are bad. These are the 2 down here that light up the back of the odometer so I can see how many miles are on it. And actually, it's got 333,700 miles. That's what I think I saw shining a flashlight at an angle just to see, you know, see if I could see it. So here we go. Honda wants you to buy the whole thing. I think they're like $6 a piece. Or that's a type 74 bulb, or I think 2721. I've got a box of 74s that I'm going to be picking up here in a couple hours. It's real easy. Take some electrical tape, wrap around the bulb, pull the bulb out, put a new bulb in, pop it in, done. But I've also thought about all these outside ones, replacing them with blue LEDs, because I think that might be pretty cool looking. But, you know, who knows? That's for a different time. So here's the front after I cleaned it somewhat. You can actually read it. You can still see there's dirt and stuff on here. You know, I don't know if I'm going to clean all that. As long as you can read the gauges, that's really the main point. Okay, I'm sure most of you have seen this before, and if you have not seen it before, very simple. Positive, negative. And if you can see, there's brass on either side of the light bulb. We're just going to touch one to one side, one to the other side, and watch the light bulb not glow. That means obviously the bulb is bad. So we got one on there, and nothing. So with that being said, I'm going to take our bulb out with our electrical tape. Gives a little bit of traction so you can pull the bulb out. Now we've got a box of ICO 74. That's the bulb you need, or 2721, but since O'Reilly's had 74s, that's what I ordered. So they're usually in a nice little plastic baggie. I like that. Of course, I'm going to use most of them right here, so it's not going to matter too much. Okay, take our bulb. Pop in there. Alright, looks like it's in. Let's give it a test before we put it in the cluster. Come on, get on there. And you can see this one works. Okay, got the cluster back in. Let's throw some keys in here real quick. Yep, as you can see, maintenance is on, check engine light's on, 333, 700, I was right on the miles. A little over half tank. That's not bad. Alright, let's go drive this thing. Let's see how it acts. And I kind of know what it's going to do already. Alright, here we go, first drive. Of course, the camera battery's almost dead. Kind of wallowing all over the place. Transmission seems like it shifts okay. The one thing I did notice on my little drive was, now it's gonna work. When I tried to stomp on it and give it gas, it would like choke itself out. So, alright, well, it seems to be working now. Let's get it back to the house and throw a scanner on it and check this check engine light. Okay, first things first, we're gonna be replacing this piece right here. I just got this one out of the junkyard. You'll see a hole right here. What you do is take a small screwdriver on the inside and just pry up. I'll show you the piece here in a second, if I don't hurt myself. Here's the little clips we're talking about. They just go in here, pop down, and I left that in the junkyard, and that's the one I need. I've got the two back ones. So you pull all three of these out. The middle piece goes on top of this one, so you need to do two 10mm bolts. You gotta take them out, which I have right here. Can't believe I left that piece there. Once you get them out, slowly pry this up. The reason I say slowly, and even though it's nice and warm, there's little clips that you're trying to pop up. Oh, whew, that's a good one there. Now, usually they come up fairly easy. Nice and slow. Is that not working? That's the last one. Oh boy. I didn't think that was going to be that tough. It wasn't that tough in the junkyard. Okay, there you go. It's out. Whew. Take this time to clean this stuff out. Since you're here, grab this piece. Let me show you what we got going on. There's these clips are the ones I was trying to get out. That one broke, that one broke. This one here came out, so I got new clips with it, not new ones, but I grabbed extra clips with this one. Oh, well, this is black. And this is gray. So I'm not sure how well that's going to look. I might just have to paint that later. Oh, okay. Now this has no bolts, so you just go through, pop all your clips up nice and slowly. All right. Now this front piece of trim needs to come off a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh, nice. Whew. Same thing along here. It should just pop right up and break in your hands. Okay. So let me get this cleaned up, and then we'll start putting the pieces back. Okay, we got all our clips flipped around, moved around, so now it's got all the clips. And now the hard part is actually lining this up and popping this thing in. Oh, I missed one. Oh, hang on. Come on there. Yep, how did I miss this? Come on. Ah. Oh, okay. There we go. It's out now. All right, it goes down there. Oh, well. That sounded like we just broke a clip. But it's down. So, that was this piece. Get this one out of the way. Grab our next piece. And realize that we've just been taking clips out of this one instead. So hopefully, don't have enough. I only got 3 extras. So we'll figure out where we're going to put them. And then we'll drop those 3 in. I wasn't sure how many clips were going to break, so I only grabbed 3. Turns out that may not be enough. One in there. We got one there. There's one here. That one right there. I think we're going to do one right in here, I think. All right, don't care much about that. Yep, there's another one. All right, let's try this again. For about the 4,000th time. Okay, it's just that easy. Drop our 10s back in. What we thought was going to be easy. Throw our covers back on. Okay, the only thing left is this cover right here, which I can always get later. I'm not too concerned about it. So there you have it, the replacing your little piece of plastic. Well, after the fiasco of trying to do the what do you call it? The VTEC solenoid, we're switching gears, and we're gonna try to get these seats out and just kind of throw them in the back for now. That way we can clean up underneath them. The center console there, we're going to take that out and clean that. I also noticed that this seat belt was totally trashed. Supposed to go through there. That part's missing, so we need 3 seat belts. And that seat belt over there is actually the only one that's in decent condition. So 3 seat belts, all 4 seats. At this point, I don't even care if they're blue seats like this. I just want seats. Pull the seats out. There's these plastic covers. Take them out and slide the seat back, and you'll be able to get these 14mm bolts. And then when you slide it up, we'll have to see. I remember this now. To get to the back bolts, you have to take this whole piece of plastic out. And I believe that it's underneath, or is it on top of the side panel here? I'm not exactly sure. Although the side panel will come right out. Yeah, it's on top. Okay, good. So we can just take that off. We are going to have to take this off and clean underneath it. Just because of the amount of dog fur. I apologize for sniffling. It's cold out. Well, I wasn't 100% sure how this console came out. So I just started prying in the back, lifting it, and then it popped out of the front. So I think there's these 2 clips for the front. And the back looks like to put it back in, we're going to slide it back and then pop it down. Okay. So if you're going to take your console out, go ahead and do it from the front. Don't do it from the back like I did. But oh man, we gotta. Whew, yeah, we're gonna clean this up. Oh, that's dirty. And the reason I did that is to get to the front part of this plastic for the seat. It's right here. Let's see if I can. Well, where'd you guys go? Oh, there we are. See if I pop this up. Slide it back. Something, maybe? Bueller? Well, we have achieved success. I actually lifted this up slid a socket underneath and dropped it straight down, and then I was able to get the ratchet on there to get the 2 bolts out, because for some reason this clip did not want to come out. So I took the whole thing out with the seat, just undid the seat wire harness there and chunked that thing over there to the side. So now it looks like I can get a vacuum cleaner in here and do some more fur vacuuming. Look at all the change. Another quarter, a couple pennies. Looks like another quarter in there. Another dime over there. Another something down there. There's a lot of change in this vehicle. Now, actually, with that out, here, we'll throw this. Throw that in the clean me pile. Oh, it looks like we'll be able to get the back rug out. Well, not rug, but you know. Now we gotta do the sides. Well, we gotta take the sides out anyway, because we gotta replace the seat belts in the back. So I think if we get this out of here, just like that. Come on. I really should have you on a tripod for this. Yeah, so let's see what we can do here. I don't really want to drag the vacuum cleaner all the way over here with the cord, because it's going to take probably 2, maybe 3 extension cords to get all the way from the garage over here. So, well, much to my surprise, the 2 extension cords made it. So I've got the vacuum cleaner. Pulled this piece of trim off. You can see all the fur in there. So we're going to get busy with the vacuum cleaner and get all this stuff up. And then I'll pull the other seat out and clean that mess up. If you take a look, console came out pretty good. Still got a little bit of scrubbing to do in the corners. This piece of seat trim here came out really nice. And that piece up there came out nice. I know you can't see it. So let's get busy. I'm not going to bore you with vacuuming. Alright, let's check out the other side. As you can tell, these seats are nasty. Ugh. But look under here. I mean, look at all the fur. We got a bunch more change over there. Alright, so we're going to get this seat out of here and do the vacuum thing again. We're going to pull this out again so we can clean that. And just for comparison, here's the 1 seat bottom, and there's one we cleaned. So yeah, just a little dirty. So we just got done cleaning. I think it looks a whole lot better than it did before. Probably about 50 pounds less of dog fur and dirt and everything caked on. The sills came pretty clean. The other side too, I don't know if you can see it, let me stretch over there. So I'm pretty happy with that so far. I'm not going to put the seats back in. I'm going to find different seats. So next step is to take this seat out, start taking apart the back end so that I can get those old nasty seat belts out, and then get new seat belts, new seats, and then we'll be, you know, kind of getting somewhere. Probably about $1.85 and change, in addition to the over $5 and change I found already. So not bad. This is becoming fruitful. With that, okay, with the front done, we turn our sights to the back. I'm doing this mainly so that I can remember how it goes back together. For you guys a little bit, but mainly so I don't forget where everything goes. Alright, so first thing we gotta do, now this seat was already missing, so you take the cover off, and we're gonna be taking out this piece of plastic here, and I think we have to take off the seat mount. So I forgot all my sockets, of course, but I got a little screw here. A lot bigger than I thought. Okay, I know we're gonna have a screw under here, right? Yep, and it's probably a screw under here, which I have to get my pick for. It's probably a screw under here. Probably a screw in there. Screw there. A screw down here. I'm gonna get my pick, open this up, see if there's anything in there. One thing I don't have to worry about right now is the seatbelt. I can either just cut that, or I think this piece of plastic here is going to be the first one to come off. So I'll get the pick, take those two plugs out. There's going to be a screw under each one. Do that, take the handle out, and then this thing should just pop right out. All right, so with the left side almost ready to go, let's get this seat out of the right side. First thing you need to do is pull the seat back. So there's this lever here, pull this, and I'm going to try to do this without messing you guys up too bad. Just kind of fold the seat down. Okay, I'm going to take this cover off. Notice the fur. And then I think we're going to push that lever and do something with the seat. So I think I got the seat out. It was actually easier than I thought. You lay it flat. There's a yellow strap. You pull this to release it from here. You start folding the seat up. And then you go ahead and push that lever down and rock the seat this way, and it'll lift right out of there. Then you're good to go. So, that being said, let us take a look. We got a screw there, and we got another couple behind there. Yep, got one back here. We got the 12-volt outlet we got to figure out how to get out. Another screw here. And then some junk in here. I think we are going to have to take this floor out. Well, we just had our first mouse encounter. Don't know where it is right now, but I figure I might throw a couple traps in here, see if I can get them. He's one of them big brown ones with the big ol' eyes. So, almost got the side thing out. We got to take this piece out right here so that we can get this out. It does like lock in under the headliner. So I think you put it in and then lower this down and pop it in. That way you can get in the headliner. Same thing with taking it out. Pull this out, kind of rotate it, and it should pop out of the headliner. Should. So anyway, let's get this piece out. Should be some Phillips screws, if you can see them. One there, one there, one there. And let's see if we can pop that back in the right way. Man, look at all the fur. Ugh. All right, we got our plastic piece off. And for the seat belt, this thing clips in there and pops down and clips on there. The seat belt goes right through there and goes up and gets bolted in there. So we need that piece, that whole thing. So we'll get that, and then I think we'll get a vacuum cleaner and clean this thing up. Still got the other side to take off. All right, maybe we'll take the other side off first, and then get the vacuum cleaner and clean this thing up. Now, before I start the vacuum cleaner, I just wanted to get a little hint of what we're going at. There's some dog food there. That whole sill area is covered with seeds, probably from that mouse that I just saw. Yeah, we're gonna have to wipe all this stuff down. Over there, pretty much same deal. Straw, all kinds of stuff. So, time to get the vacuum cleaner. Oh, and 2 broken seat belts. Vacuum cleaner and start vacuuming this stuff out. And here we are, we're all cleaned up. all we need now is get some parts. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but yeah, I'll take it being clean. So while I was cleaning out the element in the back, I found a mouse, and it ran somewhere and I couldn't find it. I couldn't catch it. So I set a trap and I went to Charleston for a couple days for work, and look what I have here. So hopefully that's the one. I'm gonna leave the trap set in there again, and I don't think there's any more, but just in case there is. So I had to go to New York to drop some stuff off. As you can see, yeah, we had snow and stuff, but I messaged somebody, and on the way back I managed to score some element seats, which is just what I needed because the element currently has no seats. So now I got some. And I got some black seat track covers. So now I'm tempted to convert the interior to black. Alright, so we're back with the element seats. On the one I didn't want to use, I've got the I was trying to take the material off the cushion, and it's all hog ring pliers, hog ring down there, so I'm just going to take the whole cushion and everything off this one. This one here for the upper, I just took off. Alright, so we're going to lose the armrest. And I think what I'm going to try to do, actually, is leave that seat bottom the way it is. Try to just do the top and try to take the airbag out of here and slip it in there. And whatever's on the other side. With this black cable that goes up through here. I'm going to try to find some way to take this off, because these are what protect the cables. They go like under here. Yeah, let me try that instead. Let me try just getting the airbag out and finding out what's over here, and then seeing what happens, I guess. And we did get another 15 cents out of this. So I think that's, I know it was $8 and something, but not like the BMW that was $12.49. Well, it's another day, and I think it's time to get back on the element just a little bit. And the reason I say that is because I just bought an engine for the white Pilot, so that's going to be coming in next. But on the element, we got all this mess back here, and it's really becoming something. So I am going to, not one of my favorite junkyards, I'm going to a place called Tubbs in Norfolk. Sometimes you gotta forgive past transgressions when they're the only place that has the parts you need. So as you can see, these seat belts totally no good, chewed up. So we're gonna go get the rear seat belts today, put them in, put the rear plastics back in, so I can put the rear seats in, and maybe get, you know, rid of this stuff, and we can actually use it for a storage vehicle until we get the rest of the parts. I'm trying to find front seat belts and front seats with airbags right now is the issue. So we'll see. I mean, parts for these are getting harder to find. I'm just hoping I can find them relatively soon. So we are here, Tubbs Used Auto Parts, and if you look down, yep, BMW doing BMW things. This happened at 206-895. Well, I probably got like maybe 300 miles on it since I fixed it, and now the check engine light. But I mean, it's running fine. Okay, we have our seat belts, and I think what we're going to do is probably set the camera up in here and the rest will be a time lapse. So let me just set this on the dashboard here and get to work. Okay, everything's up. That's precise. Okay, so done. Get rid of these things. I can pass it back in. Grab it, hold it, pick up the bottom piece first. Slowly remembering how it goes back together. So what we gotta do is we gotta take the floor out. Now I can see the seatbelt mounts. So we're gonna go ahead and put this piece of plastic in, the top piece, and then yeah, then we should be good to go. Mount the seatbelts up. You know, look at those right now. Don't lose them. And first, in here. Oh, the camera shut off, of course. But what we got here is a pair of seats in. We got plastics in, seat belts are in. Really the only thing we need now is a pair of front seats with airbags and this seat belt, because that one's dead. That one's good. I thought I was going to need two, and I'll take two, but I think I'm just going to replace this one and call it a day once we get to front seats. So after the interior is done, then comes the motor, but that'll be something for another time. Well, thanks for tuning in to part 1 of the 2006 Honda Element. Still have not found a set of front seats. Looking for those. And here's a sneak peek into what's coming into part 2. So that being said, we're going to end the video here. Keep the rubber side down, and always remember to keep your wrenches in motion.